Like right now? Hey guys, I'm here at the MoCCA Arts Fest. MoCCA Arts Fest. I don't know what it's called. There's so many people here and so many talented artists. I'm so excited to talk to them and buy a lot of cat pictures. Cats, 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 cats. Look at this bag I just bought. Cats. All right, let's go talk to some artists. Here's an artist.
My name is Drew Brockington.
How did you get started in illustration and comics?
I was drawing Ninja Turtles when I was in 4th grade. And yeah, I kind of started from there and kept doing it on and off through college. And just kind of, when I hit 30, kept going to shows and I was like, I should be having a table at these shows. So
there you go. What's like a tip you would give people who are like just starting out to kind of go this route?
Don't be afraid to try different stories. Like, don't be stuck to just one story.
Yeah. We bought this. It's in our living kitchen already. Our living room is a kitchen.
These are the Catstronauts.
The Catstronauts.
So this is actually a failed t-shirt design that I was like, well, I love these guys. So then I came up with a story to kind of keep drawing them because I had such a good time drawing them, and that's where the comic book came out, and then I'm working on a sequel and all sorts of stuff. So.
Oh my gosh.
Check it out at cannibalrainbow.com. It's my Tumblr.
I can't believe this was a failed t-shirt. I want this as a dress.
That would be fun.
Yeah.
I want it as wrapping paper or like sheets for a twin bed.
Oh my gosh, that'd be so cute. More artists, yay.
Will Payne.
Allison Bannister. Well, it's awesome to meet you guys.
I did this comic here called Heartless. It's a silent comic. It's kind of like an old Disney movie in a way. Love and romance, adventure, fun for kids and adults. I just love doing all kinds of weird stuff. Like this one, this one's pretty different. This is about like 2 teenagers at chess camp. It's sort of like has sports movie and a romantic comedy tied in one, but it's also chess camp. It's a weird one. It's sort of funny and dramatic all at the same time.
This is one of mine. It's a fantasy sort of slice of life comic. And I also did dinosaurs, dinosaur illustrations.
Those are so cute. It's like, what was like the moment you're like, I need to do this?
College, I became a studio artist, and I discovered that there was a cartoon school opening up in Vermont that we're currently in our senior year. We're graduating from the Center for Cartoon Studies, getting MFAs in cartooning.
I've written stories and drawn for as long as I can remember. It wasn't until a couple years ago that I put the label cartoonist with that, but I've always drawn and I've always told stories.
I am here with one of my favorite artists I follow on Tumblr.
Go by Scott Campbell also. And I do a series called Great Showdowns online, which is a bunch of moments from film, people just standing in front of each other, smiling, enjoying themselves. I also do picture books and comics and video games.
Wow, you're so talented.
Oh man.
What got you started on this medium and what you're doing now?
Well, it's weird because in college my medium was like oils. I was really into oil painting. Yeah, and then when I graduated from college, I was really I was struggling with my medium, trying to figure out what I was going to use. I was using gouache because all my friends were using gouache. Yeah, I know. The act of painting was a bummer for me. I don't know. It took me a long time. It took me about, I'd say, 3 years of painting that way until I saw a show, an art show. This guy Marcel Desama that had these real mellow, relaxing colors. It made me just feel super good. So I tried that out, and it's very good because non-committal, because you could do real subtle. You can hardly see it. You're like, oh, okay, I guess I put down that red, but it's like you can hardly see it. And then if you really like it, then you could punch it up. So, and I love it. And I just have this nice airy texture to it, so looseness, so that's why I like it.
How did you come up with the idea for the Great Showdowns?
That came from a show in LA called Crazy for Cult, there's a gallery called Gallery 1988 that I do a lot of shows with, and they do a lot of pop culture shows, and that was one. So the first 10 of those I did for that, and it was basically I was just drawing my favorite films, and I was noticing that, these moments were just kind of enjoying hanging out with each other.
What's more fun to draw, the protagonist or the antagonist?
Oh man, I have to say I like the protagonist. Yeah, I have to say. I mean, it is fun to paint bad guys and stuff, but I don't know. Even ever since I was little, it's like you still identify with the good guys. And some of them are pretty interesting characters. You want to be with the pals. This is my first picture book that I did, like the whole thing. It's just me. And it's called Hug Machine. It's about this kid who's super into like hugging everything.
That's so great.
That's it.
What inspired this story?
Well, I'm pretty down with hugging. I really like hugging a lot, so I figured might as well spread the word of it a little bit. In September is when I'll be touring around with it and stuff.
Just in time for school.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm hoping in school it'll be part of the curriculum.
Hugging.
High school.
Look what he drew for me. Meow.
She's into cats, I think.
I really love cats. More artists. So, what are your guys' names and what is your stuff?
My name's Lily Padula. I've made this alien zine book for the fest. I have prints of my work and this monster silk screen print that I made.
I'm Courtney Menard. I've made this small zine here, some prints here and back on the wall, and a bagel patch for the bagel lover in all of us.
Cosmic Bagels.
Cosmic Bagels.
We both went to SVA and they have like a pretty strong printmaking program there. So I just kind of took a class on a whim and I really liked it because there's no way to do anything perfectly in it. You're always gonna it forces mistakes into your work, but that are really interesting mistakes, so it kind of adds something that you wouldn't normally choose to do but looks really cool and then kind of can inform decisions you make in the future.
Like happy accidents.
Yeah, I was really into the whole flat color look thing and I wasn't really sure how to achieve that. So then I took a silkscreen class and that was how you achieve that look. So yeah, I kind of fell in love with it in that way.
What kind of other mediums, I guess, are you into?
Yeah, I mean, most of my commercial work is I do a drawing with ink and a brush and then color it and add texture and other stuff in Photoshop. The silkscreen is more for my side project stuff as a way to switch it up. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
I do digital work as well, but it's cool because the silkscreen kind of helps with the digital process. You can scan in different separations for different colors and kind of layer things on top of each other. So the silkscreen definitely translates to the digital work as well.
I have these zines that I made and all about aliens and paranormal things and spooky outer space beings. So yeah, if you go to my website lilypadula.com, there's a link to buy it.
Awesome. Have you ever met an alien?
I would want to meet one when I was close to the end of my life because I think it would be really scarring and weird, but it would be cool. I don't want to live with that for the rest of my life. Maybe when I'm 80, they're like, yo, what's up? Yeah, we're here.
Hi, my name's Alyssa Harris, and I do several different comics. I do Cooking Up Comics, which is about vegetarian recipes. I do Urban Nomad, which is autobiographical stories of New York. And I just recently completed a Kickstarter for my cat comic about my 2 cats, which is called Counterattack, and the hardcover book is going to be called The Collected Counterattack.
What is your favorite story, I guess, happening in New York that you kind of did your comic on?
This is kind of how I got into hardcore music. So when I first moved to New York, I didn't know a lot of people. I was going to art school, and my music sense wasn't really there. And so the guy I was dating at the time introduced me to hardcore and mosh pits and this stuff that I really would not have been into. But the music was just really inspiring to me. So I did a little 2-page story about how I got interested in hardcore music and how my now husband and I go to shows together. So
that's so sweet and crazy at the same time. You had a kickstarted something. How did that go? And when can we expect to see it?
So that went really well. It was funded at the end of February, and so it's going to be a 180-page hardcover book about the adventures of Fidget and Mo. It was a mini comic series I had done, and it's got new material in it now. It's going to have a brand new cover, brand new chapter headings, and it's really exciting. It's going to go to the printer really soon, and then it should be available for people who didn't back it, for additional people, probably by June or July.
Yay, cats! This has been Devon Does Stuff at this convention. Everyone should go check out those artists. And until next time,
Devon Does Stuff.
Every Tuesday.
Every Tuesday.
Maybe.